The Dallas Cowboys offense caught fire yesterday against the Los Angeles Rams, and in my opinion, it almost looked unstoppable. So today we're going to analyze the tape of Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, as well as the offensive line and some of the other guys on the offense, as well as the play calling by Coach Mike McCarthy, because I know a lot of people have been a little critical of McCarthy and the way he's been calling plays. So let's get right into it. Very, very fired up for this film breakdown. Let's get into it. Check this play out. You got a 2nd and 5 first drive of the game. Just a really, really nice job by Dak Prescott. Really nice job not actually throwing it to CeeDee Lamb on this one. And he's going to actually hit Michael Gallup for a 14-yard gain. And I want you guys to watch Michael Gallup at the top of your screen. On this route, Michael Gallup is going to do a great job right at the point of his release. He's going to have this cornerback straight up miss the press. And then when he's at the top of his stem, he's going to fake towards the inside and go to the outside, and he's going to create massive separation between him and number 44. But more than that, I think Dak Prescott does a really nice job not throwing this pass initially to CeeDee Lamb, which is where he almost threw it. You can see it right there. He's going to actually take his hand off the football, and he's looking to possibly throw the ball right there. And he doesn't. And had he thrown this, I believe this may have been an interception. So he's looking at CeeDee Lamb right here, who's running this slant. And if you guys watch the defender here, he's going to jump right in front of it. So watch Dak Prescott right there look to possibly throw it. You see the safety here is going to jump it. To me, that's a good decision by Dak not actually throwing it. Now, CeeDee Lamb does break open, but at this point, these aren't the type of plays when the quarterback's rolling to his right that he's ever going to come back to. Plus, he has Michael Gallup wide open. He does a really nice job hitting Gallup. So to me, this is a really, really nice job by Prescott not to take the initial guy and then extend the play, keep the play alive. 2nd and 5, looks downfield and hits Michael Gallup. It's a really nice job by Prescott. You got a really nice 18-yard touchdown pass here to Jake Ferguson. Just a great read by Dak Prescott. I think pre-snap, he knew exactly where he was going to go with this ball. Based off the look that the Rams ultimately gave the Dallas Cowboys, if you look at this play here, you got a safety and cornerback off the line of scrimmage. You got a corner pressing down here. And you got one safety here who's basically playing the middle of the field, which right away tells you this is a cover 6. When you have 3 guys over here the way the Cowboys do, and based on cover 6 rules, the safety has to take anything to the inside. So when the receiver runs his deep dig, the safety has to keep his eyes on it. And he has to look for anything breaking to the inside because the corner here is ultimately responsible for anybody that may go deep. So if you guys keep an eye on the safety here, look at how he opens his body up and how he keeps an eye towards the receivers at the top. And he's going to make sure that if anybody is going to come across the middle of the field, he'll be able to play that. You see it here. He has the left arm out towards the receiver here, although I think that may be Schoonmaker. But with that, you can see that the safety is not going to be able to get over the top. Dak Prescott puts it up high for his tight end to go get. So to me, this is a great read by Dak Prescott to understand the coverage, understand the rules and responsibilities within it. And just a great job to be able to throw the ball up and high away from the linebacker. It's a really, really nice job right there by Prescott. Check this play out. You have a 12-yard end around to CeeDee Lamb. A really nice play call if you guys ask me. And I love the fact that the Dallas Cowboys attacked within the Rams that they like to do on the defensive side. So if you guys don't know, number 97 here is a massive, massive defensive end. He's like 305, 310 pounds. And the Rams want to play big, right? They want to stop the run to the inside. And a part of having a guy that's 310 pounds in is he's not going to be as quick to stop the end arounds. He's not going to be as quick to stop the outside stuff. So I love the fact that Mike McCarthy thought this through, that we're going to run some end arounds right to this guy. And I love the fact that Jalen Tolbert on this one is going to kind of fake the block because that's going to make this guy think just that much more right there. And ultimately, the guy's just not fast enough to process and change direction because he's a lot bigger of an outside linebacker than the typical ones that we see in the NFL. And you see on this one, you pick up 12 yards. In yesterday's game, the Dallas Cowboys had the most success on the ground on a per-run basis. They averaged 4.5 yards per attempt. And I feel like this offense line is starting to kind of come together. You finally got the guys healthy. Tyler Smith's back. Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele. Guys are looking better and better as the weeks have kind of went on. Obviously, Tyron Smith was out this game. But I felt like there were some nice runs. And there were some nice designs as well. This is one of them. To me, this is a really, really nice job by the guys up front. I love the seal block right away by the center, Tyler Biadasz. He's going to cover the right guard here, and he does a really nice job stopping this defensive lineman in his tracks. Tyler Smith is going to block out with Chuma Edoga, and they're going to try to seal Aaron Donald out to the outside, and it's actually going to work because Aaron Donald's going to slant towards that side anyways. Zach Martin's going to pull and really seal off while the right tackle is going to pull and lead up, and you can see this play basically hits based off of some of the blocks. It really starts with Tyler Biadasz and his ability to seal off and hold the block. To me, if Tyler Biadasz does not hold this block the way he does, the lane doesn't ultimately stay as wide as it does. Right, if Biadasz gets pushed back on this one, the lane closes a little bit, right? So good job by Tyler Biadasz to ultimately cover the right guard. The right guard goes and hits a massive outside linebacker there. Really good contact. Terrence Steele leads up, and Terrence Steele is going to make contact with the linebacker there, and ultimately you're going to pick up about 6 to 7 yards. It's a nice job right there if you guys ask me. Now I want to take the next 2 to 3 minutes to analyze some of the sacks that this offensive line gave up. Yesterday, they gave up 4 sacks to the quarterback. This one right here was 3rd and 4. This was actually the 4th sack that was given up. Keep in mind, only 3 technically counted. On top of that, all 4 of those actually came in the first 14 minutes of the game. So as the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarters came, the offensive line stepped up tremendously. But here's a nice job by number 97 on Terrence Steele. Steele has to do a better job. Now, 97 has one move that he's perfected at this point. It's the same move that he used early on in the game, literally on the first play of the game, and we'll look at that play here in a second. But he's going to use what is referred to as a cross chop. So it's going to be his inside hand to the outside arm of the tackle. He's going to pin using the left arm, and he beats Terrence Steele. Now, technically, 97 doesn't get the credit for the sack. It's going to be Aaron Donald. Donald does an okay job. Not a fantastic job, right? He doesn't technically win right at the point of attack. To me, he ultimately wins because of 97's pressure. Right, if 97 does not get the pressure he gets, I think Zach Martin's won this rep. He does a really nice job recovering right there. Had Prescott been able to slip through one of these gaps, I don't think Zach Martin necessarily gave this sack up, right? I think this is more so on Terrence Steele. Now, just to rewind this and go back to the first sack of the game, this was the first play of the game, you're going to see the left tackle lose to that same defensive end. The same exact move is going to be the cross chop. And this one, I think, is truly on the left tackle. This one right here is a losing rep. So that's a nice job by that defensive end. He is able to beat Chuma Edoga on the first play of the game. And then this play is actually the 3rd and 11, literally the 3rd play of the game. The quarterback gets sacked, but there was an illegal contact downfield. This one is also on the right tackle. Terrence Steele is going to lose to the defensive end lined up to the outside of him. This one, you got to do a better job if you're the right tackle. I know Terrence Steele has definitely had some struggles this season. Keep in mind, the guy had an ACL injury literally less than 12 months ago. So for Terrence Steele, it's definitely going to take him some time to get 100% right. I don't expect him to be 100% at all this season, right? It's going to take him time. I think Terrence Steele's a year away from getting back to that top 5 to 7 caliber right tackle that we saw from him last year before his injury, right? So again, on this one, it looks like he gets cross-chopped. You can see, once again, inside arm of the defensive end, outside arm of the tackle, and you see the pin as well. So it's a good job by the outside linebacker. And finally, the 4th sack, which is actually the 3rd sack of the game, is going to be this one here. Aaron Donald's going to end up getting the sack on this one. He really just splits the double team. You get instant pressure from the other defensive lineman as well. The tight end really doesn't stick to number 92, but you can tell this play was designed for Ferguson to leak out of there. And Dak Prescott wanted to get Ferguson the ball. So let me just back this up here. You guys can watch the tight end here. He's going to block. And then his job there is to kind of leak out of there. And he ultimately just doesn't get open because this is zone coverage. So this is a design play by Mike McCarthy. It just doesn't work. The quarterback ends up going down. Not a big deal. But there's the sacks that the Dallas Cowboys gave up. I did want to just break those down really quickly. Let's get back into the film breakdown and really the meat and potatoes of this video. You got a really, really nice play by Dak Prescott. This is 3rd and 8. And the Los Angeles Rams are going to bring a linebacker and safety on a blitz. And Dak Prescott's going to see it. And he's going to deliver a really, really nice pass. 21 yards to CeeDee Lamb. Just a great job by Prescott. He takes a massive hit on this one as well. He does a great job recognizing it. And you're going to see it. Right away from this angle, he's going to see the safety coming, number 2, starting to creep up. He's going to snap the ball. He's going to look directly at him. He's going to see the blitz coming. And he's going to quickly get off that, and he's going to hit CeeDee Lamb. He takes a pretty big hit as well. Just like that, you get a 21-yard pass, 3rd and 8. These are the moments in the game that I think really matter for an offense to have success. To me, this is the type of moment within the game that if you don't pick this up here, you can ultimately lose the game. If you're able to pick it up, you can continue the drive. You can continue and possibly score. And that's what Dak Prescott did against the Rams. Massive moments within the game, he was able to really get it done. So great job right there to hit CeeDee Lamb, 21 yards, 3rd and 8. Let's get into the next snap. So Dak Prescott did throw one interception against the Rams. To me, I felt like this play could have possibly been a touchdown. If not, the ball would have gotten down to like the 2 or 3 yard line. Now within this play, I don't think people realize this, but I believe the ball was tipped. To me, not 100% sure, but it does look like the defensive lineman here is going to tip the ball right there because it does look like the trajectory of the ball does change. You can see where the ball's kind of headed and how the defensive lineman tips it and it kind of starts spinning and is eventually behind McEwen. Had that not happened, I think this could have been a touchdown pass. Now, on the top of the screen here, you have this spacing concept where you're really just trying to create some separation if possible with the coverage. If not, the quarterback does have the option to hit the crosser here, and he does take that option. I believe it's because of the linebacker that ultimately blitzed here. I think Dak Prescott felt that his tight end would be open and could possibly pick up the yardage. But obviously, it looks like the ball may have been tipped. And with that, of course, this does get intercepted. But I do like the decision-making by Dak Prescott. Can't really control tips all that much as a quarterback. But this was his one pass that ultimately was an interception from a decision-making perspective. I do like where he wanted to go with the ball. Once again, you got another moment in the game that, to me, is the difference between winning and losing, kicking field goals, scoring touchdowns. This is a 3rd and 8, and the Cowboys are at the 22-yard line. And Dak Prescott's going to do a great job extending the play, great job keeping the eyes downfield, and ultimately hitting CeeDee Lamb for a touchdown. This is part of what it takes to win football games. Dak Prescott has to continue to do this right here, where if he has a small crease to be able to get through, he has to take it. And he has to keep the eyes downfield and continue to push the ball downfield. And I think that's a big part of Prescott having success this season, is he has to continue to push the ball downfield. Now, we've heard this season a lot of people talk about the fact that Prescott's not willing to push the ball downfield. And I think against the Rams, he definitely showed the willingness to continue to do that. Watch the double team blocks by the left guard center, right guard, right tackle. Just a really, really nice job. This one's going to pick up 10 yards. Just a great job double teaming with those two guys. Really setting it up for Tony Pollard to have success on this duo concept. Love the double team here. Tyler Biadasz does a great job holding the block as long as possible before he climbs up to the next level. You can see him really fight through that. Ultimately gets to the linebacker just enough where Tony Pollard's able to slip past and pick up the 10 yards. It's a nice job right there by the running back. You got a 13-yard run here by Tony Pollard. Great job by the offensive line to really set this play up. And it's not just the offensive line. To me, you got some really nice blocks by the receiver tight ends as well. First and foremost, right off the left edge here, watch Schoonmaker block the defensive end. This is the 305, 310-pound defensive lineman that the Rams have, and Schoonmaker really shuts him down. That's a great block right there by Schoonmaker. Then you look at Jalen Tolbert, and he's going to block this cornerback out. Now, the cornerback is setting the outside, but Tolbert does a good job getting the hands to this guy and ultimately making sure that he's not able to get off the block and make the tackle. And then you watch the left tackle on this one. The left tackle is going to get out in space and do a really, really nice job making contact and really sticking to the block as well. And then on top of that, the left tackle does a great job, but so does the center. Tyler Biadasz is going to do a great job climbing, getting in front of Aaron Donald, basically letting him go, recognizing that Donald's not going to be able to make the play. He gets up there, does a pretty nice job on number 2. That's a good job by Tyler Biadasz as well. Just a really nice job by the offensive line. And these are the type of plays we're starting to see pop for the Cowboys offense. These are the type of plays we needed to see pop. And it's finally happening. The offensive linemen's coming together. It's a really, really nice job. Let's get into the next snap. Final pass right here. Watch Brandon Cooks and the route he runs to create separation against the cornerback at the bottom of your screen. This is what the Cowboys have to continue to implement in this offense right here. Deep shots to Brandon Cooks, because when that happens, good things happen. To me, this is a really, really nice shot by Prescott. You're going to see here the pocket's going to collapse a little bit around him. It's not as clean of a pocket as you would like, but Prescott does get the ball out. And he does deliver a really, really nice pass to Cooks. You know, there's been a lot of people who have talked really, really negatively about Dak Prescott these past couple of weeks. But the guys came back, he stepped up, and he's gotten it done. He's done exactly what you'd expect from him, exactly what his role is. Never forget, Dak Prescott's not the only player on this team. He has his role within the offense, and the other guys got to step up on the offensive side. And we kind of saw that happening against the Rams. And the Rams are a pretty good team, right? They're definitely better than what their record indicates. And they've also played some tough teams. They're also in a tough division. But generally speaking, Dak Prescott was on fire yesterday. And I think this Cowboys offense may be back. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We'll have another breakdown of the Dallas Cowboys this week. We'll probably get into a Tyler Smith or a Mozzie Smith video. Mozzie Smith played a lot of snaps, and Tyler Smith has obviously become a top 5 left guard in the NFL. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, and I will see you guys next time with another video.